Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's the 10th of April, Good Friday. So yes, I'm having a wander about in the woods. Path less taken or less travelled by. Not that it makes a difference, because I'm just out here getting back into the habit of filming. And I'm going to try and film every day now from here on in. I needed a long time to get hold of to get my head round what's happening in the world. So yeah, I've not been down this bit of the woods before. Do a little short video and get it up to you. Yeah, I don't know if it makes a difference, but you know, I'll reel off the numbers. We're at about 171.7 million people infected worldwide, and climbing steadily towards 100,000 dead. But it's kind of an abstract number. I feel very lucky in that, as far as I know, no one has gone down with it. So yeah. So if any of those people that are out there that don't play in the Discord could make sure that they've at least touched base with us. That would be cool. So if you haven't gone in the Discord and you're normally in the Discord, I'm looking at you, Zoo Echoes. But yeah, we're just hanging in there. The Discord is available if you need to have someone to talk to while you're in lockdown. I mean, technically I'm in lockdown, but just trying to get my trying to get my head around everything. And it's good, it's part of your 4E: environment, exercise, education and entertainment. There's never been a better time to lock in. I'll go back that way now. Trying to avoid people is really hard in the woods. Go out too late. It's about 4 o'clock at the moment. Yeah, so been trying to do that. So the entertainment was watching a few episodes of the original series Star Trek, which took more than half an hour. The environment is, I've sorted out and tidied out a few parts of my house that have long since needed attention. I'm going to try and keep doing that today. Exercise is what I'm doing now. It's very much a clamber in the woods type thing. So yeah, sorting out the environment, sorting out the entertainment, sorting out the exercise. Education. Well, I've got a problem on my Linux install on one of my machines, so I need to go and figure out how to fix that. But yeah. Yeah, so learn something, move about, sort out your environment, and yeah, chill out. So yeah, so a few films that you may not have seen that may be worth looking up are things like Oh Lucky Man, which stars Malcolm McDowell and a whole host of other famous people. Also, it might be worth checking out and if you haven't seen it, Network. And if you haven't seen Network, then shame on you, because that's a real interesting thing to watch. Let's just turn this round. I'll try and keep in the frame a little bit, so it's not just a walk. So yeah. Yeah, but you definitely got to watch Network. Everybody's got to watch Network. So yeah. But what was it? There's something Christian. Perfect Christian? I don't know. Is very surreal. There seemed to have been a thing in the 60s. And it's best described by, of all people, Paul McCartney. He was interviewed in the mid-60s, and it's like a black and white TV interview, and he's going on about how young people are changing all the rules. You know, and it was a big thing then. Kids still dress like their parents to a greater degree, and gone the wrong way. Yeah, everybody dressed like their mum and dad until about the 1950s. And then all of a sudden all this avant-garde art and filmmaking started coming in. And people were doing really weird stuff. And you get the formation of Pink Floyd and Genesis, who were a lot weirder earlier on in their careers. And they were breaking the rules. And that went on for like about a decade, from the mid-60s onwards. Like all the rules got broken. You know, the idea, 2 decades if you include punk. And we've done the same thing, except every little bit that people were doing back then was more impactful, because it was having to break down doors and get to the means of production, if you like, of media. And now we don't have that means of production. We've just got like a billion voices. Every other person's got a YouTube channel, or has Facebook, or spews out their stuff on Twitter, because the means of production are pretty cheap. You know, and that was all, pretty much 50 years ago that people started kicking in the doors. But that back then, film cameras cost an absolute fortune. You had huge amounts of money to break out. I mean, if you want to have a look, there's a very good Clash documentary that was shot in 1977 at New Year, when they were just forming. And yeah, it's pretty weird. But that would have been an expensive undertaking back then. Nowadays, it isn't at all. I've got to be careful here, because the chances of walking past people is pretty high. Kind of hoping everybody's gone home for their tea. Come up to 4:30. So yeah, so a lot of interesting things happened about that time. And I guess what I'm saying is, a lot of more interesting things could happen about now, given that our news feed is so impressive, and our ability to converse with one another if we're locked in our homes is, again, very impressive. And our ability to make media, like I'm doing right now, is incredible. So yeah, it's very, very weird. All these things that we can do, we could do, but that we don't. So I'm just looking ahead at people coming in. So yeah, I'm probably going to cut this short. If I get to the bridge and there's loads of people on it, I'm going to cut this short for today, because I'll have got more than my fair share of exercise. So yeah, so if you are stuck at home and you need to give shape to your day, I think 4E, I think that's a really worthwhile thing, and I'm trying to spread out what I achieve. So learning how to do stuff is going to be very weird. So yeah, so I'm getting more done. If you go over to the culture, there's a Fallout 4 playthrough. I'm still sorting out my environment and figuring out how to get it tidy so I can use a studio, so I can do a full explanation of what I would like from the culture. But if you've been watching Urban Go Again, you've got an idea of that. Just I need to break it down into like 5 minutes. So yeah, where we can't persuade, where we can't just be ethical, where we can't make choices that drive all the markets and all the politicians into a better way. And that's not just moral relativism, you know. It's survival or death, really. So yeah, trying to sort things out. Trying to get media to you, trying to get the dialogue running. I'm just trying to make everything a little bit better and maybe a bit more sustainable. So yeah, there'll be some stuff coming up on the culture. And if you're watching, Kevin, it would be a really good idea if you could go and work your magic into new episodes for the culture. That would be cool. I'm not entirely sure, and I don't think I have the rights or the access to do it. So yeah, my hair's getting long. Hopefully everything will be back to normal so you might get a haircut. Which didn't used to bother me before, but it is a hassle when you've got short hair. So yeah. Loads of people. All in the woods. I'm going to try and get out very early tomorrow morning. Like before breakfast. And see what I can do. But yes. That's all very cool. So there's a lot of stuff going down. And we're trying to deal with it as best we can. And I've had 2 to 3 weeks of wallowing in it. And I'm done. You know. Not that I don't have compassion. It's just that, you know, anybody with any compassion would be kind of shut down by what's happening in the world and worrying about all their people and all the other people in other parts of the world, wondering whether their governments are looking after them or treating them to decent healthcare. So, but yeah, we've got to move past it. It is a tragedy. There's no doubt about that. So I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Do take care. Where am I going? Who's going with me? Never get the order messed up. See ya.